I know a lot of you are looking at the performance of the Bears today, and you're saying there's no way he's going to be able to say it. I'm just going to have to go without hearing it this week. Shit! If anything, what you saw today in that third-rate dump of a stadium that looks like a UFO, he took a huge hulk of shit in the Roman Coliseum down by Lake Michigan in downtown Chicago is the epitome, the personification, the living spirit of Bears football. Bears football is just not losing mediocre football. Sometimes it's winning mediocre football, especially with the manner and method with which that winning is done. What did we see today, Bears fans? We saw a coaching staff that didn't fully, completely trust their young quarterback, the undrafted rookie, Tyson Bagent. So they said, running the ball is going to be the priority today. And then, hey, the Raiders are playing a backup quarterback of their own. It's time for the defense to step up and play well in a game. Defense, running the ball, scoring a touchdown on defense. What part of this isn't screaming Bears football? Meanwhile, the alleged supposed face of the franchise, the former first-round pick Justin Fields, is out with injury, and it can certainly be argued that there wasn't a noticeable drop-off, and in fact, perhaps in some way, some improvement in the play at the quarterback position. Yet you're going to have Bears fans continue to try and spin the agenda, spin the narrative for the failed starting quarterback, Bustin' Fields. To me, that sure sounds a hell of a lot like Bears football. I will give the Bears credit for this today. They came in and they had a good approach offensively. Although you had some moments that were really exasperatingly stupid. Like Gutless Getsy just couldn't fucking help himself. Put him up. We know what we're doing. We're going to get Tyson Bagent comfortable. Here's what you're going to do. Halfback dive. Like running all over the fucking place. And you could say, well, it was successful. Deontay Foreman had a big day today. Yeah, this is probably going to go down as not just the Tyson Bagent game, but it's going to go down as the Deontay Foreman game and the Jalen Johnson game. You know, like other guys stepped up today. And what's crazy about this is the Bears were playing their, for all intents and purposes, third-string running back. And when it is hard to notice a discernible defense and the level of the running game, and if anything, it improved. It's crazy. You know, now, the shit at the end of the first half when you've got all of your timeouts and a little less than 2 minutes to go and you've already had a nice first half, like that type of gutless, gutsy, Eberflush chicken shit football is the epitome, again, of Bears football. Because why the fuck would you want to take it serious and try to score more points and bury your fucking opponent before halftime? Why would you want to do that? You know, winning the toss and saying, hey, we'll take the ball first and then immediately going 3 and out because you want to go chicken shit on second and third down. Bears football. Multiple screen passes. Like, fellas, find yourself a lady or a partner, depending upon your personal preference, that loves you and values you and goes to you as much as Gutless Getsy goes to the fucking screen pass behind the line. It is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. But a lot you can say about this game. Like for the Raiders. Like what the fuck is this? Your defense actually played well the past couple of games. That's why you're at 3-3. Kind of already screwing up your tank position. But apparently you were back at it today. And it was a big course correction. They said, fuck that. There's a long way for this season being over, bitches. Like what does Josh McDaniels do at this point? The whole purpose of hiring an offensive-minded head coach is so your offense doesn't totally suck dong. And this Raiders offense totally sucks dong. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't this the 7th game this year that the offense has failed to score 20 points? They haven't scored 20 points offensively in a game yet this season, if I've got that correctly. That's insane. absolutely insane. Like, they were good early in terms of getting Davante Adams involved in the game, but you kind of knew this was kind of one of these bizarre world crazy games. Like, later on, second half, Brian Hoyer throws on fourth down to Davante Adams. You could say it was overthrown. No, it hit Davante Adams in the fucking hands. He had fucking juked Tyreek Stevenson 6 ways from Sunday, and Davante Adams dropped the ball. And you're like, holy shit. Like, any chance the Raiders had in that fourth quarter really making it a game was over at that point, right? Jalen Johnson comes into this game, 43 career games coming into today, with 1 career interception. 1! And today he has 2, including a pick 6. No wonder he was doing this shit. Holy hell. How do you let Jalen Johnson end up with 2 picks, including a pick 6? Fucking insane. But it was Bears football, because you could tell. You know, like, all these dopes on Twitter talk during the game talking about, well, you could see Justin Fields' difference because Tyson Bagent, they clearly don't want him throwing down the field because he doesn't have the arm strength. Yeah, I would agree. He doesn't have the arm strength of Justin Fields, right? That's why they did bring in Nathan Peterman at the end of the first half to throw the Hail Mary. Here's the thing, though. Tyson Bagent, in 1 start, even if you want to say he was okay or he was solid, like, how much over the course of 30-plus starts have you wanted Justin Fields to even look solid or competent as a pocket passer in the NFL? And he consistently doesn't fucking do that. He'll have a game or 2 where he looks pretty damn good. And then he'll have a string of them where he sucks dong. Like, if anything, Tyson Bagent's performance today in his first career start is an indictment on Justin Fields as much as it is anything else. And I'm sorry. Call it overreaction or just call it me using my eyes and having a fucking brain and being able to remove the emotion from the situation. But if you're this coaching staff that's desperate for wins to try and save their job however they can, how the fuck can you confidently say that Justin Fields gives you the better chance to win? Tyson Bagent is 1-0 as a starter. Tyson Bagent actually looked comfortable in the pocket. He was decisive. He showed that he could go through his progressions, all things consistently that Justin Fields shows he's not capable of doing. The production was better, even though Bourne didn't have a great game at left tackle. Part of that was because Tyson Bagent could get rid of the ball quickly. He could extend plays naturally. He could move within the pocket, buy himself some time. Again, all things Justin Fields has proved largely incapable of doing. So if you're the Bears, why would you go back to Justin Fields at this point? Yeah, you should be. It's Tyson Bagent season. That's not me saying that he's a long-term star. I'm not fucking stupid. But to sit there and pretend like you couldn't feel and see the difference there, you're going to say, well, the Bears also were very committed to running the ball. Of course, it was Bears football. They were going to run the ball more than they passed it because they were scared to let their quarterback do things. But even then, you could say, run some slants, run crossing patterns, work the middle of the field, play to your quarterback's strengths. But damn, dude went 21 or 29 for 162 yards and a TD. Like, he certainly wasn't scrub material. How many times you see Justin Fields not even be able to do that? Give me a fucking break. Now, for those that are going to say, hey, this screws up the tank, because even with the Bears winning, you know, with their own pick, I think they're still, at this moment, as I record it, like, sitting maybe 4th or 5th in the draft order. You got, like, the Broncos and the Cardinals ahead of you. There's a long season to go. It's going to be a real rough ride if we're focused so much on that every single week. But if the Bears do want to tank this year, then the best thing for them to do, frankly, at this point, is go back to Justin Fields. Because Tyson Bagent's going to fuck up your tank at this point. It sure seems that way. Because if this was his first start, what happens if he gets a few more starts under him? He'll be at least a little better. Justin Fields has over 30 starts. He's not progressing. He's not developing, period. And how pathetic does that look for the Raiders? You get to 3-3, and then this is the performance you lay out there today? Woo! That's a black hole of suck right there if I've ever seen it. But it's whatever. It's a weird feeling game, right? Because you think about the thought of like, hey, the draft position. It's hard to ignore that. But the Bears did win, and ultimately you play to win the games. You're like, yeah, Tyson Bagent didn't totally suck or screw the pooch, which makes you really question how you should feel about Justin Fields as a starter, which I just touched on here for a moment. But it's not like Tyson Bagent went out and lit the world on fire and this team largely won because of running the ball and fucking defense with some mind-numbingly stupid coaching mixed in there at points. It was Bears football! And at this point, Bears fans, it shouldn't feel weird. It should be the most comfortable, familiar feeling that you have.